Welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part, and welcome to my very first Christmas video of the year. I will say I've never posted a Christmas video in October. This will be the one and only. Everything else will start up in November, but I was shopping in Walmart and they have such amazing, affordable, like high-end looking Christmas pieces out right now that if I waited till November, they'd be sold out, or at least the good stuff, or if you needed multiple of it, you wouldn't have the option. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shop now and we're gonna decorate later. So we're not decorating, so no one panic. Everyone's fine. We're just gonna get some shopping done because there are some great finds. Pretty much everything is under $35 and cheaper. Like I have stuff for $5, $7. I'm looking over here at my table. We have some really good finds. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Ashley. I'm gonna have everything linked down below in the description box if you wanna shop any of this. I will say it took me several stores to find it, so your best bet is gonna do like a pickup order or just ship it to you. It helps me, it helps you. So if you do a shipping order, thank you so much. If not, just be aware every Walmart is kind of carrying something different. So everything I'm going to list down below is delivery friendly. So let's go ahead and jump into these items. Okay, what I will say is there's a lot of stuff I left behind. I was shocked how many things were like super expensive at Walmart. So you have to be on the lookout. I mean, if you're needing that piece, it's worth it. But I was shocked. I was like finding really pretty blankets, but they were like $45 from Walmart. So I tried to pick out the best of the best. And like I said, we're staying about that 35 and under. So the first thing we're going to talk about is stockings. So I'm one of those, we get stockings often. I know a lot of people like buy the same one and have it their entire life. I just always change my style. Not that we don't have them, but I will rotate them and use different ones. And so I found these and thought they were so pretty. I thought they'd match our new sectional so well. It's not super new, but we got it this year. So I thought these would be really pretty hanging. And then the ones I had last year can go over to the barn. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, we bought a barn behind us and we'll be decorating that for Christmas too. But I just felt like these look so luxe, high-end, Pottery Barn, just like super, super nice. And they're literally under $10. They're $9.97. So I did grab 3 of them. I'm just not thinking I didn't get any for my boys. I may have to go back and get 2 more. I like to do them for my fur babies. You're gonna hear them walking around, but they are cool. They have like these little tassels on the end. You can hang them. It's not like a super itchy fur. Like it looks high end, not that you're touching them, but I thought they'd just be so pretty, like hanging on the fireplace. And for 10 bucks, I feel like that's a really good deal. So as much as I was shocked by some of the high prices at Walmart, I was also shocked by some of the really, really low prices. Like I picked this up. This looks so high end. I love the texture. It is literally $5.84. So you can grab 2 of these, you can grab 3 of these. They are all the same size. So if you're gonna do 3, you might like set one up on a book or something just to kind of add layers. But they are beautiful, they're stunning. And this is one of those pieces, you put it out for Christmas, but you can also leave this out all winter long. Like it's a pine cone look. And I feel like it can just be out all winter. So for Christmas, you could use a really just pretty red candle or maybe like a green one. They also make Christmas tree ones, but this was red. This came in a 3-pack for $5.44. And it's just like an LED, like it's not a real flame. It's just battery operated, and this would look so pretty sitting out 2 or 3 of them. But say it's after Christmas and you want to keep it out, you want to keep the winter theme going, you can go with more of like a neutral one. And this one's really pretty. It has like that turn in it. This came as a 2 set for $5.44. So they're the same price, but the red, you're going to get 3 of the candles. The white, you're going to get 2 because it has that detail, but they're both so pretty setting out, and it's just so affordable. It's easy. You don't have to add a lot to Christmas. Like if you don't want to go all in, you don't have to, or maybe you have a ton of stuff from previous years and you just want to add a few pieces. I feel like something like this is just super elegant and easy to do. The next item that I found, I felt like was just stunning, and it's another one that can keep being used over and over, but I came across this pearl garland. Like look how beautiful that is. I feel like this would be so pretty on a Christmas tree, maybe on garland on a fireplace. This would look really cute in a mudroom, like if you have stuff hanging you know, from hooks where your bench is. This could just be like laying out on a countertop, even like mixing in the greenery. You can use this all year long though, like if you have a beauty room area, but I feel like it's just so pretty. It's gonna make a big statement statement. So you may need a few of these for your tree, but not a ton. Like you don't want to go crazy. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but if you just want to add a few pearl elements, it really would be pretty just draped on there. I'm going to try to add some pictures here just so you guys can get the visual. I know we don't think of pearls with Christmas, but it would be a very, very glam look. And this was only $7.88. A really easy way to add to any style, if you're just wanting to elevate it, if you're wanting it to look more expensive, is just getting some oversized ornaments, even decor, but let's talk about ornaments first. Like I picked these up and they're so pretty. First thing is they're shatterproof, which is so nice. If your kids grab them, if they fall off the tree, if they're on your mantle, wherever it is, they're beautiful. Look at the texture on them. This is also a really good color if you're not into the bright red, if that's a lot for you. This is just a little more high end. You're not gonna get sick of it as much. It's just really, really pretty if you wanna add that in somewhere. So this is actually a set of 2 for around $13. It's $13.33. And like I said, with these, you don't need a ton. So what you can do, if you're gonna use these on your tree, they're gonna be the first thing you use. So put your tree up, fluff it, and anywhere you have those holes, you know, those gaps that you try to fill that kind of make it look cheap or fake, this is what you hang in there. You kind of hang them in those open areas, and so it fills that gap. It makes a perfect spot for these, and it just looks so nice. And they can just be spaced out. You don't have to have a whole tree of these since they are more high-end, but if you just grab a few of them, it's just gonna make a huge, huge statement. But the other thing you can do is use them on a mantle. But the thing I love most is putting them in a bowl. So I'm gonna show you another set because I love these, but there are more. So like I said, this 2 set was $13.33. Let me show you the other ones I picked up. Okay, so here's the other set. They may have other colors, but the ones I went to, these were the only ones I could find. This is a 3 set, so you could just get one of each, and these on a tree are gonna be so pretty. But look at that pretty gold on there. I love the shapes of these. Once again, they're shatterproof, so if you have kids, if you have pets, you don't have to worry about it. Gorgeous on a tree, but if you're like me and you just keep your trees a little more simple, these look stunning in a bowl. Okay, I wanted to show you for size reference. This is a huge bowl, so if you had a smaller bowl, 3 is still enough for this big one, much less if you have a smaller one, but I wanted it for size comparison. You guys know I like my large oversized things. But you could also mix in like the red. So if you want red and gold, it's just really pretty. It's kind of thinking outside of the box. Like, yes, anybody can put them on their tree and they're gonna look gorgeous, but it's really pretty to see them out on a coffee table or dining table or on a kitchen counter. It just adds some fun. Plus, if you already have like greenery in your bowls, sometimes it doesn't look right with Christmas decor. So you just take that out, add some ornaments. Even if you have small ones work too. And it's just like a fun way to decorate for Christmas. And just so you know, the gold 3-pack is $21.76. Now, I do want to mention when you're shopping at Walmart, there's like 2 main holiday brands, and there's Holiday Time, which is going to be your most like bang for your buck, and then there's My Texas House. I love her stuff. It's very like dupes of Pottery Barn, but it is a little more expensive. So just depending on your budget, not that you can't do both, not that there's not price ranges in both, but just keep that in mind when you're looking around. Like the reg tag is gonna always be a little bit cheaper than hers, but her stuff is stunning. It's high-end dupes and it's really good quality, but I'm gonna be showing you just pieces from both so you can see the price difference and just the quality and all of that. So I picked this up. It's really hard for me to find like a greenery piece that I like that's all in one set. They can just go pretty cheap looking and still be expensive. So when I found this one, I was super excited. This was $17.46, and it is so pretty. I love all the texture. I love the different greens. I love the pop of red, but if you're not feeling it, all you have to do is come in here and clip that out. I do that all the time when I buy stuff like from Home Goods. If you like the piece, just cut these out, and it's still very, very pretty. It can sit in the bathroom, it can sit on kitchen counters. It can be used a million different ways, and I even liked the container it's in itself. So all around, it was a win-win. It was under $20. It takes up a good amount of space. I can see this really cute in like a guest bathroom or something. So really, really good option. Now this is more of a tree version, but this is My Texas House, but it is gorgeous. Like I loved this. I grabbed this immediately. I'll be using it over at the barn house. What I like is that it's pre-lit. So it's gonna plug in, it's gonna light up. It does twinkle. So it's super, super pretty, super nice. I love the greenery on it. If you don't like like the basket, you can always just set it in another pot. That's something really, really easy to do. Now this is nice. It is nice quality. It's not even the same concept of the other one, but you can get the same feel. It could be sat in the same spot decorating. And this one's $32.87. So where the other one was like $17, this one's $32. So you can just see a difference. It's not the exact same thing, but to get the Christmas feel, you could spend the $17, or you can spend this. It has lights on it. It's beautiful. I'm keeping it. I just kind of wanted to show you your option. Now we're going to move on and talk about like greenery. We're going to start with wreaths. I'd like to try to keep things together, so if you're shopping, you can compare and pick the one you like. So we're going to start off with the cheapest, which once again, it's the holiday time, but it's still beautiful. So this one right here is $17.97. Still very, very pretty. Like, it's not cheap looking. I mean, you would have to come in here and fluff it some, but you could spruce this up if you wanted to. If you wanted to add like a bow on it, if you wanted to add some ornaments, or if you wanted to leave it as is, it's still very pretty. I love that it's full, and I love that it has different texture in it. It's not just a cheap one that it's all the cheap material in there and it's all the same material. It's a good size. It says it's 24-inch, just in case you're wondering. I love that it has different greens, different textures, different elements in there. So this is a really good option for under $18. But now let's go up in price. Now this one's $32.87. So we jumped up in price, but the quality is a lot nicer. I love this one. I love the bow, but that could easily be added to the other one. So don't buy this one just because of the bow, if you guys know what I mean. I just like more of this droopy, relaxed feel in Christmas. It's almost like weeping willows. I don't know. To me, it's just so stunning. I have a lot of this in like Garland and different things. I just think it's so, so pretty. I was gonna see if it told me the size. I think it's the exact same size, but I wanted to compare these because like I said, this one's basically 33 and this one's 18. So all you have to do is add a white bow to this one and you get the same look. Like if you're just wanting it to feel like Christmas, but if you're like, no, Ashley, I like this one better and I have a little bit bigger budget, I feel like wreaths can be so expensive. So still for around the $32 mark, I feel like this is still worth it. And I love it. I'll be using it too. But wait, there's more. I got one more just so you guys had options. This one will take your breath away. Like as soon as I pull it up, look at this pop of red. Like you guys know me, I like to keep it neutral, but I could easily put this like on my front door or just somewhere in my house where I had a little bit of red. The one downfall with this is you're gonna have red beads everywhere. So until you get it where you want it, like my floor is covered in these red little berries. So just keep that in mind. If you have little babies or anything like that, unless you're keeping it outside, do not bring this inside. I don't even know if it's made for outside, but you know, if it's on a front door, it should be fine. It says indoor use only, but I feel like if you have a covered porch, like I typically put these on there. I love the big red bow. I love it. It's cheery, it's Christmas, it's stunning. Just be aware it is going to shed these little beads, so just be aware of that. And this one is the most expensive at $35.87, but it is a stud. Now let's talk about some Garland, because I have gotten really picky with my Garland. Like I want it to look realistic. I want it to be flowy because it's something I'm going to keep forever. Like no matter how I decorate my house for Christmas, Garland can stay. You guys know what I mean? It's kind of like your Christmas tree. Unless you're going crazy with it, you can typically just turn it into whatever style you're doing next. And so when I ran across this is my Texas house again, I grabbed it. There was only one left. So I'm gonna link it down below, but this is something that could already be sold out or will sell out quickly. Not on everything, I don't like saying that, but I feel like this stuff is gonna go very, very quick because it's basically the dupe of the Hobby Lobby one that I bought like 9 of last year. I'm gonna compare it, but it starts off at 100. I mean, and then you get a half off for 50, but this one's only $34.97. So we're gonna compare the two, but just first off, it's gorgeous. Like on a mantle, wherever you want to put this. I like that it's like flexible and bends wherever you want it. It's not cheap looking, it's not stiff. You guys know what I mean? It doesn't look like paper. Like it looks real. Like look how it just like bends and flows. It's just gorgeous. So if you need to get your hands on this, do it. I'm gonna have it linked, but I do want to compare it to the Hobby Lobby. I actually went back and bought more this year. Actually over a month ago, they released it and I grabbed it because I knew I needed more since I'm decorating this house and that house. I would have grabbed more of this, but there was only one left. So that's what I took. So here is the been viral probably the last 2 or 3 Christmases from Hobby Lobby. And I wanna show you, it does say, get it up there, it does say 100, but you know, you always get Christmas half off. So we got it for 50. So it's comparing the 50 to the 35. I mean, technically this still is my favorite. Like, it's a little bit thicker, it's a little bit fuller. Let's compare the color. The color is pretty much exactly the same. This may have a little more like dimension in it. This one feels a little heavier. It's not that much different. Here, let me get individuals. So you can see right there, this one's fuller, it's thicker. I'm trying to get this so you can see it, just like the one piece. See that? There we go. So this is thinner, the green's a little different. To me, if you're on a budget, and this is, if you only need one, this is the way to go. This is still my favorite. Like, it's going to take less of this to get the look I'm wanting. So like when I do my mantle, I use about, it was like 4 last year I think I used. So keep that in mind. But if you don't have the budget for this and you're like, I just need a few, and even getting 2 of these would look stunning, you know what I mean? But just keep that in mind because it's not a huge price difference. Like, if you're gonna buy 2 of these and put them in the same area, you should probably just save your money and buy 1. Because I think 2 of these might seem like, see, with it double layered is about 1. So just keep that in mind. I'll have both linked down below just so you can check. Now we're gonna move on to some just like decor. And I found this and I thought it was just so sweet and so simple. It's $9.73. We're talking under $10 if you just wanna add something small, or maybe you're doing like a Christmas basket or something. I love that it's marble and it's just a cute little snowman. Not that everyone decorates with snowmen, but it's just a cute little piece to put on a shelf, like on a bookshelf, if you have hutches, you know, on a kitchen counter. I mean, it doesn't do much. And I will say this string right there is just the tag, so that would come off. It's just cute, it's simple. I like that it's marble, that's the main piece. It's just simple to set out. So if you're needing just some small touches, or if you do, you know, a snowman theme to Christmas, this would just be a good ad for under $10. Now let's move on and talk about some Christmas trees and like decorative, not like a Christmas tree you're gonna put up and decorate, but more decor. I thought this one was really cool. I love the little element of wood and I love the gold. It's a really just simple piece. Once again, put it in a hutch, put it on a bookshelf, put it in like the corner of your kitchen, put some books behind it, whatever, put it next to the candlesticks we talked about earlier. It's just neat. I feel like I like the design of the Christmas tree. It's just a little unexpected. It's not a bad gold at all. And it's just super easy. It's $6.53. Like, that's such an easy thing to add. Once again, if you're doing a Christmas gift, this is really cute to add to something. It's not super heavy. It's gonna pack a punch. And if you're worried about a shelf, like sometimes I worried about shelves with it being too heavy, it's not, and it's literally under $7. Now let's talk about this guy. I feel like this is stunning. It is $12.33. I just love the wood element of it. I love the shape of it again. It's just a little unexpected. Once again, it's not super heavy and it's just affordable. It makes a big statement for around $12. There is one I'm gonna pair with it. You could buy this individually. It's beautiful, but the one I wanna pull up next is what steals the show, and I feel like they pair really well together, so let me grab that one. So when I first saw this, it was up on a shelf by itself and it looked like it was around $50. So I'm like, no, don't get it. It's don't chase. So I was like, it's fine, that's too much. But I kept thinking about it. And so I went back and I'm like, okay, get it down. I want to look at it. Cause you guys know, I just love oversized pieces. Like, they just make the biggest, the best statement. And so we actually happened to scan it and it was only $24.96. So it's $25. I thought it was double the price. I was about to spend $50 on it, but for $25, this is a no-brainer. This would look really pretty, like maybe as your centerpiece with some other things like the other one on your dining room table. If you have, you know, kitchen cabinets where you don't have cabinets above it, this is cool. If you have any bookshelves, this could go down below in front of a mirror or in a corner. I feel like it can be used so many different ways and it makes such a big statement. I will say they had a nutcracker that matched this, about this same size. It was cracked, so I left it behind. It was a little more expensive, but if you do that theme or like them, it would look so good next to this one. So if I can find it, I'll link it, but I feel like this is the coolest, best piece. Like, this is one of my best finds, I think, especially for under $25. And while we're talking about oversized pieces, when I saw this, I grabbed it. I want to say I saw this last year, but it was like at the very end, and I'm like, no, I've already got all my Christmas, but this year I could not leave it. Like, I love this. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, but come back if you wanna see my Christmas home tour. This is gonna be somewhere here, I'm sure. I just love how simple and elegant and oversized it is. This one's $34.42. I feel like that's such a good price. Like, look at this. It's like 2 hands to hold it. It's so big. It's gonna pack a punch. So if you don't want to spend hours decorating, just get a few oversized pieces and your house is gonna feel decorated, but you just have to put like a few pieces out. So I definitely love this guy. We're gonna talk about 2 more oversized pieces that are stunning. And then we're gonna move on, okay? But you guys know me. If I find oversized, I'm gonna grab it. So let's start with this one. When I saw it, I literally gasped. Like, I feel like it's even like a art house dupe. Like, I looked at these last year with them, but they were like hundreds of dollars, and I was like, no. What I will say is still pretty expensive for Walmart. So this is $38.94, which I get. Like, around 40 bucks, you start thinking like, okay, Walmart, it is so nice. And if you look at the higher stores, like big brands that are selling them, this is a fraction. So if you were already gonna buy one or wanted one and those were just too expensive for you, this is gonna seem like a steal. And that's what it was to me. So I grabbed them. I probably won't even be decorating with them in this house this year, but I knew next year or another year I would want them and be so mad. So you could leave these empty or put little tea light candles in them, which I will do. But like I said, this one's $38.94. They are selling out fast, I think, because everyone just knows it's such a good dupe. I wanted to show it to you. So here is its best friend. It's $45.94. So it is a lot for a Walmart, but it is beautiful. Like I said, anywhere else, this would be hundreds of dollars. If I can try to find one, I'll pop it up on the screen. They are gorgeous, and they are gorgeous together. So if you're needing something like this, this is something you can use year after year after year. Even if your theme isn't reindeer, like, I feel like you can set these out with any Christmas and they're just going to make the biggest and best statement. You can see how big they are compared to me. Like I said, very expensive. I feel like for Walmart, even me, I was like, oh, okay, Walmart. But they are beautiful. They're a good heavy weight and they're going to pack a punch for sure. Okay, I swear these are the last deer and then we're moving on. But once again, I feel like they're a little pricey for Walmart deer, but they are beautiful. So this one is $24.86. This one's $23.66. So when you compare that to the other prices, I feel like the other ones are the better deal because, yeah, they're in their 40s, but they're like triple the size. I mean, these are beautiful. I'm still gonna decorate with them. And super, super pretty. I don't know, like, I need to go price Home Goods. I feel like you might be able to get them cheaper. Like, maybe not by a lot. Like, maybe this would still be 20 instead of 24. I don't know. It is nice. There's like a set of them. Maybe deer are just really expensive. Maybe that's what I'm learning, but they are beautiful. So I'm going to link them, but I was just kind of showing you for size reference and money. She tends to be a little bit more, but they are really, really good pieces. Okay. I said one more deer, but there is a deer in this frame. So I thought this frame was so pretty to set out. And I loved that it had that deer in there. I'm not going to say why, but maybe that's a little hint for what you might be seeing decorating in one of the places. But I loved this like gold. It's super pretty. It's just elegant. Sometimes, I mean, I talk about oversized. Well, then we bought this barn and it's like mini sized house. You know what I mean? It's like a little tiny home. And so I can't put a ton of oversized pieces in there. There's just not a lot of room. There's not a lot of room for like even decor, but I felt like this would be pretty setting out. So I picked this up. I don't know if I said this. It was $9.96. So under $10. And once again, if you wanted to leave this out all winter, I feel like you could. So I was impressed. Walmart has like a nativity scene section, which I'm here for. So I didn't get all of it, so definitely check yours out. I can link more down below, but I felt like this was so pretty, so simple. You can add it to any shelf. You would have stuff behind it. You don't have to. I don't know, in a kitchen, anywhere, like in front of a TV. I just felt like it was so simple, but so just, I don't know. I love that it's made out of like little sticks. There's like texture up here. I love just like how organic it is. I just felt like it was so pretty, and it's small, so it can fit in a lot of different spaces. This was only $8.18, so just a really good ad. Maybe even a nursery or a kid's room, wherever. I feel like you're gonna be able to find a spot just because it is so narrow. And then the other piece I grabbed was this, same thing. It was just very like organic. I love the texture on it. It's probably gonna be hard to see. I love the artwork on it. It's simple. I love that it has like the gold star up here. I don't think you guys can see it. There we go, right there. Now they did have actual nativity scenes. I've had plenty, so I didn't need to buy any, but they even had like kids ones, like soft ones. They had really pretty ones. They had like gold manger scenes. If you already have one and you want to put it in there, lots of really good options. So if you're wanting to add that to your Christmas this year, definitely check them out. Super affordable, and they had quite a few options. 2 more items and then we're done. So this was the last piece of artwork I wanted to show you. It is so pretty. Like, it has really pretty greens in it, and then it has like glittery snow on it, and it's textured. You can like see it on there. I know like on camera it's gonna be hard to see, but it is beautiful colors. I love how you like see the snow on it and it glitters. I also love the frame of it. It's super pretty. It's a good size. It's only $19.88. I feel like this may look good in the bathroom over there. It looked really good, like the backsplash like of a kitchen. If you have shelves, this is an easy one on a mantle, and you can like layer different ones. Really elegant piece that I feel like you could leave out past Christmas. You know what I mean? It's a little wintry, so if you wanted something that would like go into the winter theme, this one would be a good pick as well. And last but certainly not least, this would not be a video if I didn't talk about a blanket. So I try not to put them in these videos, but I walked into a new Walmart and they had these hanging, and I have not seen these anywhere else. They looked like Pottery Barn dupes. Like, even the way they were displayed, it just looked so nice. So they're only $23.88. I grabbed the cream. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell up close. Like, it is a fur, it is beautiful. They had a beautiful like dark chocolate as well, and one other color, and I'm really hoping it wasn't the color that matched my stockings. I came home and I was like, wait a second, would that last blanket have matched my stockings? And I don't remember, I'll have to look it up, but it's a really good size throw. It's really soft, and I will say I don't see it shedding. Like, sometimes you have to be worried about like things shedding, and it's not shedding at all. So it's a good one. This is good if you want to use it, but it's also just really pretty over like an ottoman or the edge of your sofa. It just brings in that cozy winter vibe, especially if you're going to do like a winter, you know, Wonderland theme. This would be a good one to add. Okay guys, that is a wrap. I wish you could see my house right now. There's like glitter and stuff everywhere behind this camera and around this camera. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you just found a few new pieces just to kind of spruce it up. Like I said, we don't have to decorate right now, but it is good just to find those good deals while we can before they sell out. So everything is going to be linked down below in the description box. If you saw one favorite item, let me know what your favorite item would be down below in the comments section. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.